welcome to Makers Monday, except we're a couple days late. Thank you guys again so much for your patience as we experience some technical issues and
really
otherwise.
Out of our control, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on, can I say it? I'm going to say it. Wakers Wednesday. Anyway, joining me today is...
Hey folks, my name's Troy. I work for Timber on the community team.
Not true.
We got some awesome stuff to show you today, actually. Timber invited me on to show you some of the work that I've done in, more of the creative side of QUIRK, more sandbox mode-y kind of stuff, and I'm looking forward to showing you that.
Yeah, and for those of you who maybe are brand new, checking out the VOD afterwards, how would you describe Makers Monday?
So the idea behind Makers Monday is to highlight some of the best maps and things that people are creating, to talk a little bit about how to build, and to celebrate the people in our community that are making contributions to the Builders Club, which is also something that is a lot of fun and a newer initiative that we've introduced to the community, and we'll talk more about that as we go through the builders process. But yeah, that's really what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I have nothing out of that. That was like the most perfect way to describe
why
we're here and
so
why
nice.
you're watching it.
Yeah.
No, you. So, of course, those of you who are not new, you kind of know the role by now. We're gonna hop into some community map highlights. One of my personal favorite things to do on this stream is to show off some things that you guys have been working so hard for and building. So, yay!
Yeah, so for those of you who are wanting to follow us later, you can check out Timber is UGW_Timbear. Timbear.
Yeah,
and I'm UGW_AETHER or Ether. Yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
Alright, so our very first community highlight comes from, most of you know them, Gothic Medic, one of our premier map builders.
Yeah.
Gothic has been just making some incredible things. I'm pretty sure we've highlighted them every single week at this point.
Gothic Medic is
so
truly, has really understood the tools that we put together. The maps that they've created are just incredible. Oh, we're going to grab the B gun.
The B gun, just immediately into the B gun.
Well, yeah, so, I've said this before, the B gun is always, people hate the B gun unless they have it. The thing I like, we'll do PvE. The thing I like about the B gun in this particular map, if I can do this without killing myself, is that wow! Thanks,
From
Tony.
around the corner.
Acorned me. But yeah, so what's cool about this? Let me get some. The B gun shoots around corners and you can kind of get a sense of what's going on. It really adds kind of a crazy dynamic to the game itself. Is Matt trying to tell us something?
I don't know. Our 3D artist is like creeping. He's creeping. So yeah. Hi everyone who's joining us. By the way, hi Bees. Hello. We talked about this, and I promised myself I wouldn't mess up the name.
So tell if we're saying this right. Pinko? Oh!
Ooh! Also, hi, Dog Stars.
Dog Stars. Another one of our great builders.
Yeah.
That was rude.
Yeah, and for those of you who want to hop in game and play Gothic Medic's map, this map is called DM4 The Good Place, and it is indeed The Good Place. I believe this was inspired by Doom. I think Gothic has a couple Doom-inspired maps.
Yeah, we'll show some of those off later in later streams. That's fun.
I know we talk. Yeah, like you can kind of, if you're crafty, you can actually get out of there or throw yourself into lava.
All right, I haven't died yet.
You can do it.
Almost. And
woo! You did it. Well, now what?
Now what do I do? Well, here's what I like about what Gothic Medic does. Really great interior buildings.
Yes.
And taking kind of a look at the way that Gothic Medic has constructed this from the outside, it's really quite remarkable. I also like, one of the things that I dig about this map is that should you find yourself on the outside, A lot of folks will create a map and they'll forget to put something outside of the map to teleport people back in. So it's one of the things I really dig about the map that they've created. Yeah.
Just note that the audio is only coming in left.
Yeah.
We're sorry about that.
Yes, okay, yeah. So some of you may note that the audio is only coming in through the left side. We are going to work out that technical glitch. We're just glad to be actually broadcasting.
Yes, yes. We'll take left audio.
We'll take it, yeah.
And the good news is we should have a way to fix that as well.
In the near
In the future, yeah.
Yeah,
After we
really
start that.
well designed map. Truly one of my favorites.
Yeah. Good
Cool.
job, Medic. So the next one that we're going to be showing off for you, I'm personally super stoked about. We got to watch this map be made live in person and in VR.
Yeah.
So this next map is by a Twitch streamer called Alexander E. Smith. You can actually find their Twitch channel through that name. Again, that's Alexander E. Smith, which I really like because that's my middle name. It's Alexander. So
Is it really?
Yeah, so I have a fondness for that name. He actually was at the Seattle Online Broadcaster Association event.
What an awesome group.
Yes, really, really cool. We're going to be chatting a little bit later on about that actual event. But this long and short of it is, Troy, I, and our video wizard Kelly went to the SOBA event with QUIRK in tow, and we did live demos at GameWorks in downtown Seattle.
Yeah.
Did you beat his map?
Well, people are going to look at this and they're going to say, hey, wait, what? But the thing to remember about this particular map is that it was built in VR. Mm-hmm. And I actually think I want to, we'll just run around and check it out. But it's kind of a groovy little house. I think what's exciting about this is as excited as you can get about a little log cabin. This particular structure, we're just going to keep on playing. This particular structure was created in about 3 seconds, which is an awesome way to sort of highlight the fact that you can do some pretty amazing things in some fairly limited time. Yeah. We've designed the tools so that they are, hey pal, we've designed the tools so that they're very easy to use in VR, and I actually kind of prefer VR. It can be a lot of fun. You get a little finer control when you're building on the PC. And for some of the things that we're going to look at a little later, I would recommend using the PC. But in VR, you can get really super creative.
Yeah, it really has the feel of building with physical blocks, which I really like. It works a little differently in that you're actually in first person, basically physically holding the blocks in your hand and going to the actual spot you want and placing it. So watching Alex build this house in particular, it really looked like he had been playing with like Play-Doh or something. He was lifting his arms and like actually building this house, and it's so cute.
You know what we're gonna do? I think this would be a lot of fun. Is if we strap in one of our staff and have them build, and you can kind of watch them do what they're doing in VR. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Cool.
Coming soon to a Maker Monday.
Yeah.
Near you.
Cool.
Yeah, so great job, Alex. Love. It's so simple, but it really inspires me. I want to see a map that's just like a village map. Like a true blue with like a million of those little houses.
Absolutely, yeah.
Super
fun.
cool. So, which rolls us right into our next bit. We would like to kind of do a recap of the SOBA event, which we mentioned just a few minutes ago. It was one of our biggest, if not the biggest demo we had so far. They peaked at about 125 gamers and streamers and other game devs as well, with live speakers, a ton of stuff. It was their 2-year anniversary, so congratulations.
Yeah, super congrats. Also, I want to say that it was such a well-organized event. The Seattle Online Broadcasters Association folks, or SOBA, they are just a class act.
Yeah.
And what was great was getting there and realizing we have a lot of friends there. Seattle is a really small group of folks. It's not as big as you think, and going there and meeting those people and being able to interact and talk to them, people that we've worked with in the past, people that we've known for years.
Awesome.
It was just great. And then all the new streamers that we met.
Oh, lovely. There was not a single person there who, like Bees in chat right now. He's always at the event, super sweet. My very first time I went, Bees went up to me and said, "Hey, how are you?" And we, been hanging out ever since. Super great. And that's kind of the feeling of, I think, SOBA as a whole is
absolutely welcoming a super great group of people. So if you are in the Seattle area and you are interested or you're broadcasting, I would say go meet these people. If just to sit and listen to what they had to say. They had a speaker there that was great talking about building your own personal brand. I was like, wow, this is seriously great advice.
Yeah, everything he said was perfect. How to get off your feet and start making money and sponsors and things
and what sponsors are looking for. I mean, it was truly great, but the best part about it, frankly, was meeting everybody and the socializing. We met Holly Bombay.
Holly Bombay.
Oh man,
her so much.
I knew who she was from across the room because I heard her laugh, and I was like, "Your mom," and she's like, "I am Mom." Yeah,
super
it was great.
Cute. And for those of you who are tuning in, you can actually, let's see if I can do this right. You can check out those pictures. Those were taken by another volunteer, King Lee. I'm so bad with names. Ken Lee Chang is in there, and you can check him out on Twitter for all of his photography work. He's awesome.
Pictures were really, really good, though I kind of look like a chinless weirdo.
I hate to break it to you.
Oh, just kidding. I am a chinless weirdo. I came to terms with that long ago.
It's good. The acceptance is good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I made good steps.
But anyways, super cool. We were able to broadcast QUIRK on the big screen TV.
Oh, yeah.
The air was really chill. We had a ton of people checking it out.
Yeah.
And playing. We gave away swag. I could barely get the swag in the box. We brought so much. So if you're in the area and you haven't checked it out, definitely come by. We'll absolutely be there again, both on a personal level and I will always be packing swag wherever I go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to say a couple shout outs both to Timber and to our video wizard Kelly.
Kelly.
Both of you were just phenomenal to work with. It was just really nice to go there and be a part of a team and then just have it go off so well. People really enjoyed the game. We had a lot of fun. So thank you, SOBA.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kelly. I love this team.
Me too.
So yes, it was our super exciting SOBA event over this weekend, and then we're actually gonna skip that next point, and I'd love to hop into a map. You guys are here to learn some tips and tricks, and since our art contest is still going on, and we have some super exciting things to show off in a little bit about that. I was so excited.
Yeah, me too.
But we're gonna hold off for now. Let the suspense kind of seep in for you guys.
Hang in the air.
Yeah. But with this art contest, we are accepting pen and paper submissions, but we're also accepting submissions in-game.
Of course.
So, a big part of our game is map building, and not just making structures and castles and buildings, but you can also make some really incredible pixel art, and Troy has kind of spearheaded that initiative by starting maps with a lot of pixel, a lot of voxel art. And we'd like to give you guys some tips and tricks and show off some of the cool things that you can do.
Now, just to manage your expectations,
It's
when it
so
comes
cool.
to tips and tricks, I don't know that I'll be giving you anything here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show you the stuff that I did, and then you're going to do something 10,000 times better, which is the way, it's as it should be. But yeah, so we got some great things to show you, so should we dive in?
Let's dive in.
Cool.
And I'm going to join you in-game as well. So our game does allow for collaborative building.
It does, and so to activate collaborative building, once you get into your map, you're going to go ahead and hit the escape key, and you're going to tick that little box that says collaborative building. That means that Timber can come in and join me, which is probably a bad idea. But when I was making this particular, the idea, I was in on a Saturday. We had just completed on-site testing here at UGen Studios, had about, I want to say, 8 or so folks in, ran through the test. It was a lot of fun. Basically what we do is we have them play in VR and on the PC, and then we swap them back and forth. Now we'll be adding Mac as well to the testing stuff, and the idea is to give our team an opportunity to watch them play, because I think it really changes the way you develop a game when you can see the things that people struggle with. And so after the end of these, we're always super pumped and really motivated. And so I decided that I'd just build and play around with the idea. I actually was inspired by, you know, like that, the plastic perler art,
Yeah,
you know, the
yeah.
pixel art stuff. And I wanted to see what I could build using our tools. And it kind of started out, well, first what I wanted to do is, you know, I know you like chocolate.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of chocolate.
Huge.
And so I wanted to make something for you that really, I think, represented the kind of chocolate you enjoy the most. And so, you know, so I made this little guy.
Yeah,
Oh, you see my
look at
panda
that.
as well. And so, you know, it's silly, it's fun, you know, and certainly
so
delicious.
cute.
You know, kind of put this together and
Why do you do this to me?
I don't know, what do you say? It's the cutest
Aw.
little chocolate kiss that you could ever hope to see.
Oh.
But yeah, so I went ahead and did this, you know, very simple, very goofy panda. And the idea was, I actually didn't bring in any examples, but I was just looking at a piece of paper and sort of mapping out what I thought the number of pixels using our blocks. Using the grid on the ground, I basically kind of built the outline, and then I thought, oh, you know what, that's too small. And so I kind of built it bigger. I really wanted a bigger piece of chocolate for you, but unfortunately,
I'll take
this
it
is
small.
just a small, just a
A
tiny.
little,
Okay.
like a spread.
But you're worth so much more. But yeah, made the panda as well. Had a lot of fun with that, and I thought, you know, I'm inside. I've got this gothy kind of center, you know, and so I went ahead and put together this
I love
skull,
the skull.
which it was a lot of fun, and then it's got me thinking, you know, what else could I do with that? And so I started to kind of mess around with doing some more kind of fantastical stuff, you know, like putting together a castle, and I literally just did this. I was looking at a piece of art, and I thought, you know what, I started kind of following it as closely as I could, and I thought, you know what, I'm kind of getting the feel of this, so now I'm just gonna freehand it.
Yeah.
And so I started putting this all together, and you know, of course I gotta show that off.
The unicorns may be the best thing.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Unicorny there. Again, you know, inspired by something that I had seen online. There's a ton of resources out there. There's also a lot of resources, if you do a good search, you're going to find applications that you can actually upload a real picture.
Yeah.
And then it'll lay out the blocks for you, and you can kind of size it. If you're using like a perler grid or something,
Yeah.
you can size it by brand. It's very helpful. It's, at least if you're like me, you're going to find at first you're going to try to adhere to every block in its place, and then you're going to start to get the hang of it, and then you're going to want to freeform it.
Yeah.
And so I highly recommend getting in and just kind of messing around with that stuff. Since this time, we've had people who have created a number of really awesome sandbox kind of maps, but I did want to talk a little bit more about the castle. So I was putting all this together, and I thought, you know what, I actually want to make a structure, like something that you could actually play in. And I looked at the skull, and I looked at the castle, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna do something a little more involved and in depth. And so I'm gonna load that map up for you so you can kind of see. Whoops. Quit.
Oh, I'm pumped.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with.
Which one?
We'll go with this one. Let's hope I
Alright.
didn't pick the wrong one. Okay, cool.
Okay, oh, looking good.
So here's what I did. I actually decided that I would. Let's do the preview. I decided that I would go ahead and take that skull, and then I would copy it over several times, just back to back, so that I could create a structure that you could jump in.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so in this, I've got this big area, and what I did is I essentially just went in, I put this piece together, and I thought of it as though I were carving out the inside of, say, like a pumpkin or something, just kind of clearing out the blocks and making some room for for objects and things to kind of go inside here. I could imagine all kinds of really interesting things that you could do. Traps you could set, weapons that you could find, and then I went ahead and started to extend the actual castle itself. I was kind of, inspired a little bit by, Castle Grayskull or, that kind of thing, if you're familiar with the He-Man stuff. And then I thought, I'm just going to continue to kind of muck around with this, and a little side area here. And what I want to do eventually, and I started playing around with this in another map, is I want to create another castle on this side and create an opportunity for people to kind of battle, start them off in different areas so the teams are in those castles, and have them fight, maybe do some lava. Lava for me, I love it because it definitely raises the tension when you're playing a particular game, but I also hate it because I end up inside of it 9 times out of 10.
It's your own nightmare.
It's my own, nightmare of my own making. But anyway, so that's something that I'm going to work on. I also kind of thought about, I think that we had Jack who kind of created, oh, look at that. That's so shiny and pretty.
So cute.
Delicious.
What I like about this is, our game is voxel. It's boxy. We use box and blocks, so you expect things to have an inherently square features. And what I like about the pixel is you can create the triangle, the roundness of the unicorn. The panda had a great example of making something round instead of sticking to that square. So that's one of my favorite things about this pixel aesthetic is you can really play with the forms and the shapes.
Absolutely.
And make something that's not quite so boxy.
And I like the notion as well of creating something that you can sort of view in a 3D space. I had actually jumped into this map using VR, and it was really immersive and fun. I think it really changes the layer of kind of complexity when you're creating this stuff, but once you get it down, it's really a snap. It's fairly easy to build with this. If my issue with building is that I start and I don't stop, but I'm
in there for hours.
I'm in there for hours and hours. Like I said, this was like a Saturday night, and by the time I was done, it was 8 o'clock, and I thought, all right, well, I guess this is my life now. I'm just gonna stay in the office and build. But it was a heck of a lot of fun. And again, you start off with a pattern, you get an idea of what you're gonna do, and then it sort of evolves over time. And I just say follow that creative intention until you get to something that you can either walk through and have a good time. Like I was thinking of how interesting it would be to just kind of create a sort of a world you can explore. Just different layers and different levels of interesting flowers, or you could really do a lot of stuff. Again, I tend to go a little gothy on things because that's just me, but I definitely think that this opens up a whole new way for you to express yourself when you're building in QUIRK.
Yeah, and again, for the art contest that's going on, things like this absolutely will be accepted into our fan art.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There is a couple of things that I wanted to show real quick. So, who did Tabletop Surprise? Do you remember that?
That was me.
That was you. For those of you who may have seen this in the past, you may have or you may not have, but we had our birthday party, how long ago was that? Yeah. And so we put together a bunch of quirks so that people could just kind of see our birthday celebration. We had I think we had party hats.
Yeah, we had party hats. We really went all out. We walked in, there's like 500
Kudos to our amazing art team. Yeah. But yeah, so Tipper put this together, and you got some cake, and you got all kinds of stuff. We really encourage people to get as creative as you want.
Yeah.
Think about paying homage to your favorite video games or
art,
original stuff, whatever, what have you, and we'd be super excited to share that with the world. I think that's all I wanted to show specific to the birthday stuff.
Yeah, I think I know Medic. I believe it was Medic. Did the Final Fantasy characters in pixel art.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the coolest.
I was showing off actually at Soba. Somebody saw the QUIRKS
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
was that Gothic Medic?
Ooh, I want to say yeah.
I wanna say
I really want to
yeah.
just give Gothic Medic credit for all of the
Hey,
pixel
Frontline.
things, so I apologize. Hi, Frontline.
Frontline was another person who was in, and at Soba, and also a good friend of the studio.
Yeah, we've had him in a couple times.
Yeah. Speaking of which, for those of you who are watching, we do our Friday stream, and the idea is we hang out with our streamers. The studio gets in and plays. We give away stuff. Really, it's just our opportunity to thank the streamers who have been supporting us and to hang out with them. And if you're in the Seattle area, maybe you want to come in and hang out.
We'd love to have you here.
We would love it.
Specifically, this beautiful room which we're setting up. We're gonna have a green screen wall soon, so we're gonna have the works in our streaming room.
And just to be clear, like this, it's still your show. You do your thing. You do you.
Your channel,
your
everything.
channel. Yeah. But we just have a commitment. We really, truly want to support our streamers as much as possible. For us personally, I don't know who did this.
Who did this?
I don't know. Kelly! Nice job, Kelly. I like it.
Beautiful.
It's a rainbow that kills.
Just, oh my goodness.
No, it's great. And again, like this is just something that's super fun, and I like the way that Kelly kind of put this together because if you look, there are ways that you can jump up and kind of play around. So there's some really creative, fun
really
stuff.
cute.
VR, it was really cool.
Oh, you did all this in VR.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. For those of you who don't know, Kelly is our video wizard, and she's also a rainbow wizard.
Clearly.
But she put this together. I really like it. You know what's funny about all these?
I like all the explanation points.
Rainbow,
but still all lowercase.
Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow.
I like it.
Rainbow that kills. Yeah. Cool.
There's so many cutie
Do we have any
emojis.
other things here? I did kind of want to find that Qbert.
Where Qbert was on. Oh, that's why it's not. I wonder if it won't.
Oh,
there's my-
did you do this?
Yeah, that was mine, and the May the 4th be with you.
Oh, let's go to that one. That was fun, actually. I
That was-
remember when you did this.
Yeah.
Fun.
So I like
Some
working
stuff
flat.
that
I'm not
you
quite
don't-
as creative to figure out how to build things up. So a lot of my stuff is just flat on the ground because the grid is really nice when trying to make pixel art. You already have that.
One of the things that I think about when it comes to this pixel art stuff, and for those of you who have gotten to know us, we're really committed to the notion of getting our players involved early. We could have kept all of this under wraps for a couple years and then shared it, but we decided that we'd do things a little differently and get you involved in the process now. So what that means is that you get to come in and you get to tell us exactly what you think about the tools and about how you build and about the maps and the process in which you build maps and share them with people. Imagine creating a kind of game where it's sort of like a D&D map, or you basically kind of create, you create almost like an adventure that people can walk through and imagine there being bad guys and traps and things going on.
Anything you can think up that would be really cool and something you'd see, something you'd want to share with folks as well.
Puzzle jumpers. There's just a million different things I think that this creative process sort of offers, and I want to encourage everybody to dive in and tell us what you think. I would say technically we're probably a tech alpha, but we don't care.
We do what we want when we want.
It's what we do, and we want you to be involved in that. Here's another.
Like Jolteon, that's my favorite Pokemon. What's yours?
Oh, what's the name of it? It's the turtle-looking one.
The turtle Squirtle?
It's not Squirtle. It's got a shell and little.
Oh, did it have like a long neck?
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! What is that called?
Does anybody know?
Anybody know? I will give 3 keys to the person that can name this Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know, but unfortunately, Shuckle, Frontline play to the rescue as
Frontline must
per
have
the usual.
Yeah, Frontline must have thousands of keys from us by now. Even though he still won't share with his wife any of them. Yeah, you should probably yell at him about that. He's
Unbelievable.
a rude dude.
She's a pretty phenomenal woman.
She is.
Oh, you know what? I actually want to show something off real fast.
Yeah.
Looking at the kinds of maps that you can create. I started out really simple in this one, and I thought, maybe we'll do like a capture the flag, and we'll put the flag deal. Thank you for reminding me forever. But I wanted to put maybe a capture the flag here and play around with it. I don't know that we published this map, but it's
I've never
actually
seen this before.
it's really a lot of fun. I got collaborative build mode on, so I'm going to preview it. But what I ended up doing was creating this whole lower area. I think I might want to tweak this just a little bit, but the real fun is up here. So I just created this whole area up above where you can kind of jump and you can't necessarily jump through because of the lava, but I did this entire thing in VR.
This one was VR too.
Absolutely the entire thing with
cool.
VR. The cutting and pasting and all of that was very, very handy. This actually happened rather quickly, and while I do want to kind of muck around with it a little bit, the idea that there is this much flexibility in building in VR is pretty awesome. Anyway, so I just wanted to show off a little bit of what you could do in VR using the HTC Vive.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah.
It does already have lava. I don't,
Everything has lava.
It shouldn't, but I'm, especially given how bad I am, but it does.
It does.
Womp womp.
Lava and bee guns. It's our two big staples.
Yeah.
While we're here, while we're in game, I actually just had an idea.
Yeah.
I think we should. So we kind of hinted at you guys last happy hour last Friday. We put some hidden guns in that was rude. That's also going to be really rude. We put in some guns anew. You guys voted for it. We listened, and we went ahead and finished our baddie gun.
Even though it wasn't the gun that necessarily everybody wanted, I wanted it.
I know. I did. I voted for the buff gun. I really wanted to play a support. Okay.
Yes.
I want a meta already. But instead, we got the baddie gun, which is super, super awesome.
Yeah.
We kind of snuck it in for people to find. But I have great news, guys. Now you can hop in and actually place the baddie gun in everyone. You get a baddie gun. You get a baddie gun.
Everybody gets a baddie gun.
So... we're the worst Oprahs.
Or the best Oprahs.
Definitely not that one. Anyway, we're gonna hop in.
Let's show you the baddie gun.
Yeah. Baddie
Oprah.
gun hype. And I wrote down some fun facts about the baddie gun because it works a little bit differently
they're
than
gonna
a
see
lot
some
of our
death
guns.
stuff here. Oops.
Yeah,
some
we're gonna.
secrets.
I think we already showed a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
last time.
Well, you know what's cool is the Builders Club peeps have seen a lot of this stuff already.
Yes.
And if you want more information about what the Builders Club's all about, you might want to talk to us in Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do they do that?
Well, Troy, I'll tell you. You can go ahead and go to discord.gg/ugen to join the coolest community.
I'm going to call this one Timber. Oops.
You're not going to call it nothing.
Timber is a dork.
Fair enough. Do you want to click collaborative mode on and then off again so I can join you?
Oh.
Do it again. Oh, there we go. Okay. It didn't quite work last time, so I'm going to hop in.
Well, and that's something to remind or to remember when you are. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to preview it. Let's see what happens with you. And there we go.
Here we go. I get to preview it. Oh, no.
Pew! Here.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're on the same team. Darn it. Anyway, so the baddie gun is awesome. You can basically call forth your minions made of stone to rain gravel on your enemies.
Yes, look at them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're so cool.
Are they going after? No, they're just kind of running around.
So we were working on this earlier. I think when they have nothing to fight, they kind of are a little confused.
When they just get bored and angry.
Yeah, and they're
not
just,
very nice.
No, they're not.
Jeez, they're fast.
He's hopping in. So, some things to know about the baddie gun. So when you hop in game, you know how they work. Hi, Cub.
Hi, Cub.
So first off, the baddie gun holds 6 shots. So you can't, unlike the 10 shot that you usually see with most of the guns. So 6 shots, because as you can see, with 6 baddies, it's a lot.
Oh, it changes
so
the dynamic of a map in a big way.
Yeah.
It can be a little disruptive if we're any more than what we've got here, and you may even find that we'll tune this to a greater degree.
Right. So that's what's really exciting about this. This is brand new, and we are still working. You know, being an early access game, we have that freedom to kind of twerk and use your feedback to
Twerk the quirk.
Twerk, work it out. Yeah, I
Twerk the
tweak.
quirk.
Tweak. It's Wednesday. I'm already exhausted. So you can go ahead and.
I like how everybody can see me fat fingering all these. Jeez.
So another thing about the baddie gun right now, it does not instantly respawn. So if you drop it or use all the ammo, it's going to take a full minute for it to pop back onto the map.
By design, though, right? Is that
yes,
the idea?
That's
my
by design.
understanding.
So it's not a glitch if you notice that it's not coming back. And
it's to encourage you. You've done the damage.
Yeah.
You spit out 6 baddies. They're wreaking havoc across the. They're twerking your quirk, and it's really.
I'm never gonna live that down ever.
Buy your Twerk the Quirk t-shirts at twerkthequirk.com.
So anyway, so that is by design. We want to make sure that the game is playable, and if the baddie gun is something that if it becomes kind of spammable if we had it instantly.
These guys are really
they're
hard to
they're
catch.
butching it.
But what's really funny is you can run and grab your guy, one of your baddies. They're not going to kill you. You can just come up and be like, "Hey, have a baddie.
Have a baddie, thanks.
Have a baddie in your face."
I really like it.
Yeah, the baddies do spawn. Now, just for everybody that's playing, when you spawn on a team, you'll be a color. Like I'm red. You'll see my red T-shirt here. You'll see my baddies are red. If you see someone with a different color, they're on the other team.
Yeah, they are not your friend.
They're not your friend. So don't try to run up and
say hello.
And say hello.
What's neat also about the baddies, they are team specific as well. You notice that Troy's wearing a red shirt and the baddies have kind of those red shoulders and back.
Yep.
Yellow team will have yellow baddies, green will have green, blue will have blue. So everything is completely color coordinated. Baddies will not attack your other teammates. However, they will attack other baddies of different colors, and they will attack the other team of a different color as well. So that's super cool. You don't really have to worry.
I think they just want to have a little dance party, honestly. Look at them. Boop, boop, boopity, boop, 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 wait, come back.
If you get too close, they get embarrassed and they leave. I
wanted to join their dance party. They were like, no,
they got embarrassed.
Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, and the last thing about the baddie gun, it is a hefty price. It is 100 points right now.
And it's got to be, really. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you can't be putting 300 baddie guns on a map.
Come on.
I guess you could, but it'd be anarchy.
Yeah. Anarchy. Not fun for anybody.
No. So there's the baddie gun now in a quirk near you.
Yeah.
So that's gonna bring us to. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in. We've been talking a lot about our art contest.
Yeah.
So we're super pumped about that, and we actually have our first art contest entry.
And submission.
Entry. Yeah, we have our first submission for the art contest, and we want to show it off. She's actually also in stream as well. See if we can butcher Pinko.
Pinko, that was right. Yeah, I think we got confirmation in the Twitch chat.
Yes.
Pinko.
And this is her Instagram right now. All her art is fantastic, and we are super excited to get a message letting us know that that they made such a beautiful piece of artwork. This is our kind of our main guy right now, Avatar. Can you read what they?
Yeah,
it's like the
so I
cutest
took some time
description.
creating some fan art for their male avatars, secretly dubbed the Charmer.
I love it.
I love it. It's
much.
so good. It's so good because you charmed my heart. Very, very sweet. I recommend checking out the game if you enjoy Minecraft type games. Absolutely. We recommend you check out Pinko at PINQOI on Instagram, and we'll actually be tweeting out a link to that as well. So get on our Twitter account. Go show some love for this art. We really appreciated it. We really, really liked it. It was funny. I think, was it last night?
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
a little
I saw it
ping
last
on the
night, yep.
Facebooks, and you'll find us at Quirk, Play Quirk, but also Quirk Game.
Yeah, Facebook is
Yeah,
Quirk Game. Yeah.
yeah, and in any event, we'll be sharing this all over the place. So if you want to reach out to us, you can do that through Facebook. You can do that on Twitter. You can do that through our support channel.
Our support.
There's
Discord.
about 3 million. Yeah, Discord.
I'll get your messages on Instagram.
Yes.
Like just
Yeah.
anywhere you're
You can
on.
stop by the studio, slip a note under the door.
Feel free.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so we'll make sure that you get a link to this. But Pinko, thank you so much for sharing this.
Thank you.
The really, really great artwork. We really really loved it.
We were totally charmed ourselves.
We
by
were
it.
charmed
We
by
really-
your talents and skill.
Yes. So yeah, we wanted to show it off, and again, this is our first, but we're thinking it's not going to be our last. So you can again submit your own artwork, either pen and paper, Photoshop, sculpting, like any
Interpretive
creative
dance.
outlet. Yeah, I would take an interpretive dance
Yeah.
video for Quirk.
Someone was talking about writing a note on donuts. I highly encourage it.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, you could, like Timber and I worked on a really creative project that we'll be sharing online at some point. We did some, you might have seen a picture of Timber and I hanging out in the studio, and we were doing some stuff.
Coloring.
Some coloring, some modeling. Yeah, and also modeling, because we're both
Modeling
models.
both ways. I
modeling.
get what you mean now.
And modeling
And
with clay.
modeling, yeah, we also had
With Play-Doh, we were putting together some really beautiful work. We showed it off. I think we really did a good job.
I could tell Matt was genuinely impressed.
So those of you who aren't aware, Matt is UGW_Matatat. He
was
often
on
in
last
game.
week.
He was on last week. That's right. And that was a really good one. I hope that
Yeah.
mine is as good as his. No, not really, because I don't have that big burly beard. Also, we were just super excited to give him our art, and we documented the whole thing.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be really.
Yeah, you'll find that soon
I'm
on the
getting teary
interwebs.
thinking about it.
You did a really good job. Your keeper was
Oh,
beautiful.
it was a keeper.
It was a keeper. It was a keeper.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, get those submissions in.
UGW Matatat is a pretty man.
He's a pretty man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So of course we have our weekly events. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go for
rattle
it.
those fun ones off. You can catch our Friday happy hour this Friday, 4 p.m. We are actually still looking for a streamer. If anyone's out there who streams or anything, and you're interested in doing a happy hour,
Yeah.
go ahead, send us a message on any of the many places that we are at.
Yeah.
We would love to have and host you, and we really try to hook you up with keys and the social media support and everything like that. So.
And we don't care about viewer count. We don't care about what we want is to build a community, and it starts somewhere. And so our streaming stuff is one of the most important things that we do because it's so fun. I sometimes I talk to Timber and I'm like, really? Like, this is our job to hang out with really cool people and have fun playing video games. So yeah, trying to get my mom to understand what I do is not easy.
No, my mom calls it the scream. I saw your scream, and she will not stop calling it the scream. How'd
Yeah.
the scream go?
Well, being in this proximity, I can see why she calls it the scream.
Wow, that was rude. And Fun-Based Alpha, yes. So right now we are having a little bit of a tech issue where the audio is coming from the left side. So if your
Yeah.
left side is muted or possibly not working, you might have some trouble hearing us, and we do apologize for that.
We'll figure that out. But in the
Yes.
interim, do me a favor and just go like this really fast, back
Also,
and forth.
I just realized we explained this to him and he can't hear us at all. So if anyone wants to relay that in chat.
Oh, they only have the left?
Yeah.
Well,
So there you go.
aren't
Thanks
we
for
a
handling.
perfect team?
Thanks for handling that chat. You guys are awesome for fielding that in.
Sorry about that, Fun Base Alpha, even though you can't
Yeah,
hear what I'm
watch the
saying.
VOD so we can apologize to you.
Just kidding.
So yeah, happy hour, cool.
Yeah.
Again, next map approval is actually going to be tomorrow, the 19th.
Ooh, get to making
Yes.
and do some of that pixel art. Do some of
Yes.
that stuff in game. I want to see something really super creative. As a matter of fact, I think that we could probably offer somebody who puts something together. We could send you out something really special in the mail, even.
The mail.
We've got the technology.
We do. We got
can
the
do this.
pigeons.
We've got the pigeons. Yeah, we don't have ravens. We have pigeons. So it may take a while for them to get there.
Yeah, but you know, they're pretty hardy. They'll get there.
They are very hardy. Maybe not so
Winter
smarty.
has not come.
Winter has not come for the pigeons. Yeah, but anyway, no joke about sending you a prize. Many of you, I know that Matt, I think you guys showed off some of this, but
Yeah, we did.
this is actually something that's pretty cool. It is our rally wear. And so basically, you know, we took this to Soba,
Yeah.
and someone put it on as a tube top.
Yep.
I don't know that I would personally do that. At least the folks in the office are asking me not to do that, but you can. You can wear it as a headband. You can wear it as an armband. You
Yeah.
can.
Just over your face.
You can wear it, you know, sort of like
That's
this. How's that?
Not good.
Is this stream like 110% better or worse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% probably not great.
Yeah? No. Anyway, so if you want to get one of these of your very own, you certainly can do that by putting together a map, submitting it, and we'll check them out and send you something nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send you something nice, get that in there. A lot of the maps that we approve, we also check for like featured. We love putting your maps in featured and quick match as well to get people in and playing and voting. So
Yeah.
yay, tomorrow we'll be doing that. You just
Yeah, they were
This chat, we
comments
wrote
in
it.
this. Yes, we did. We did. The comment being that the stream looked a lot better when my face was covered up. And so from now on, that's what I will wear.
from now on.
Yeah.
You
Just as I
haven't
walk
really
around
stopped.
town, Robin Banks, as you do.
We have our logo on the door. They'll just find you. This is a shoddy
It might be
plan.
easy for them to
This is not great.
track me down.
Anyway, yeah, so those are our big events.
Don't forget about Saturday, right? We do the
yeah,
Saturday
I
Royale.
always forget. The Saturday
Yeah.
Royale, super exciting. It is a chance to just hop in and have yourself a good old-fashioned fight club. Get in.
Slugfest.
Yeah, our QA guys are in there this
Now,
Saturday.
Timber and I are going to be here
Yep.
in studio this weekend. One of the things that we do, and I know I talked a little bit about this in the stream earlier, but we have people come on site and they test the game and they check things out, and we're going to be doing that again this Saturday. We've got a really big group coming in.
Excellent.
I want to say that it's like 75 people.
Really?
No.
Really?
No, it's more like
Don't do
10.
that.
10, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So they'll come in and they'll be playing in VR, they'll be playing on PC, and we'll probably set them up on Mac as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great weekend to hop in game.
So hop in. Yeah, we're going to start that stuff around, I would say 11-ish. So
11. Oh,
what time
right.
does the Royale start?
11-ish.
What? It's
Yeah.
perfect. It's as though we have planned it.
We're very good planners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, our Saturday Royal, hop in, play some games. It'll be really fun.
Yep.
And then of course, next Monday we'll be back, and we'll be back for real on Monday for real.
For real. Hey, I do want to say, you know, we run into tech issues all the time because we make video games for a living, and that's just a lot that we have chosen for our lives. But I do want to say super kudos to our video wizard
Yes.
who was just on it like a bonnet, as the kids are saying. That is,
No.
yeah. Anyway, we love you, video wizard.
We love you, Kelly.
You are awesome, and you know it's a little stressful when you're putting something together and it's live and you've got people who are waiting. And,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah, we have a ton of streamers in the chat right now.
Yeah,
you guys
hey,
know,
streamers.
hi streamers.
yeah, you know how it goes. Yeah, I mean, we don't feel we definitely feel relieved that Kelly's here. We don't feel bad about our tech issues because we'll work all that stuff
Yeah.
out. But we it makes it all easier when you've got cool people to work with,
It's true.
right?
Cool people, a cool community.
Wow,
Again, thanks.
yeah.
Shout out to you guys for always bearing with us
Yes.
during that. So you guys are awesome.
You are incredibly awesome.
Yeah, and that kind of brings us to the part where I tell everyone to follow us.
Yeah.
Follow us everywhere.
Yeah.
No, we will not be calling it Queeple. Frontline?
People.
I am going.
We do actually have a little bit of a challenge out there to our
Yeah.
community. What do you want to be called? Because Frontline wants to call you Queeple, and we do not like that.
No.
So, denied.
Denied.
Vetoed.
But if you guys have a
Hard.
better suggestion, because we love Q, we love adding Q to all of our stuff, especially Jess, our producer, loves it.
Jess,
Just-
Jess, our executive producer, is a big fan of
Yeah.
any kind of
Q,
community, punny stuff.
Yeah, really
anything.
funny stuff.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
cute, he loves cute.
Yeah.
So we are all open for suggestions on what you guys want to call yourself.
Coercin.
A coercin.
A
Okay.
coercin.
So-
We'll float that through the studio and see. I can already hear people going, nope.
Just- it's
Anyway,
just screaming.
yeah, so workshop that. Take it home.
Sleep
run it
on
through the
it.
playground.
Yeah.
Sleep on it a little bit.
Yeah. Please stop suggesting really creepy ways to call yourself.
Yeah, and remember, you got to wear this around for a while
this
because
is on you.
once you're in, you don't get out.
That's true.
You become part of the family. You don't want to leave. You want to hang out. You want to
Yeah.
be a Corson. I don't think that's going to work.
Tell them where to follow us so we can stop.
Yeah, you can follow us at PlayQuirk, QUIRK, on the Twitters. Instagram.
At Eugen_unlock.
That's such a cool name. I'm not very good at naming things.
No, did you do that or did Jeannie do that? I think you nailed that one though.
Oh, did I?
It was
oh.
it might have been Jeannie.
Good job, me.
I don't remember, but it's a great name. I love Eugen Unlocked.
Sorry. On Facebook, we are also on Twitch, which you're watching now, but PlayQuirk. Follow us. We're also on the YouTubes. I don't know how many of you hang out on the YouTubes, but
You probably should.
you probably should. And what is our name on the YouTubes? PlayQuirk?
Yeah, we're just PlayQuirk
Yeah.
on YouTube. We don't have a. Okay. Ooh, this is a good time for this.
Yeah.
Tell your friends to follow our YouTube.
Yes!
I believe it's 100 followers.
I think it might be 50,
it
or
50?
100. Anyway, more than what we have right now.
Yeah.
But we are going to actually dive into a big campaign. We just spent some time kind of sprucing up.
It looks good.
It does,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It looks nice. I really like the way it's turning out. Now that we've got our video wizard on deck, we are also going to create a bunch more videos.
Yeah,
We've got-
super pumped.
wow, we've got some cool ideas
Yeah.
in the hopper. Like, we are going to have, it's going to be fun. Hi, Meaver Weaver, you're in game. So we'll make sure you get a link out. I like when I first meet a person, I just,
Hammer 'em, yeah.
not nice. Not a good example. We definitely need some more followers on the
so you can
YouTube
get
channel
our-
so we can get our...
Our vanity URL.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah.
remember the exact string of random numbers and letters that we currently have.
It's like beep, beep, boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
beep, beep.
Yeah, but you could definitely just check us out on the QTube. QTube.
The QTube.
I love it.
We created a monster.
You're welcome. Anyway,
Yeah.
and that.
What are we missing? Are we missing
Are we
anything at all?
No, you killed it.
You killed it.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That was a nice one. Good job, Frontline. You did it.
You did it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging
Hey,
out.
thank you for having me.
Just... You're the worst.
I
All right, All right, thank you for joining on the only time you'll ever see Troy live on Maker Mondays, because he is officially fired from live streaming. We were close. We were this close to having you back. And it's
Oh,
gone.
you know what? I bet if we did a campaign, more ether, less something that rhymes with ether. I don't really know what rhymes with.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
discuss that off air. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will catch you on the flip side for our happy hour event this Friday. And of course, next Friday, I believe that's going to be August
5th.
I wanted to say 14th, but we are well past the 14th. I don't know why. That's written down there.
Wow, what the heck?
It's going by fast. So anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Have a great week, everyone.
We love you.
We love you.
Miss you, kiss you.
Quite the wave.
Queether.